She thought she married the man of her dreams, but he never stayed till morning. Every night he vanished before dawn, until one day she followed him, and what she found out left her questioning everything she believed about love. Zarah had always been the kind of woman that turned heads without trying, graceful, intelligent, and soft-spoken. She came from a respected family in Kano. After her NYSC in Lagos, she decided to stay drawn by the energy, the opportunities, and the idea of building something on her own. She got a job at a real estate firm, rented a small flat in Ikoyi, and minded her business. One evening, while waiting for her Uber outside the lodge in Lekki, she met Kamal. He was tall, with calm eyes and disarming smile. His accent was neutral, but the way he greeted her, Inauni, made her heart skip. He wore an expensive watch, his car was sleek, and his manners impeccable. They exchanged numbers. From that night on, Kamal began a routine in Zarah's life. He called her every evening, tested good morning, bought her food from exotic places, sent her flowers, made her laugh, but strangely, he never allowed her to visit his home. Every date was on her side of town or in his car, parked in quiet places. Even more curious, he only came at night, always dressed in black. Zarah asked questions, but Kamal had the perfect answers. I'm a night walker. I trade stocks in different time zones. I live with my cousins, and they are extremely traditional. I'm shy about my space. It's a mess. Zarah wasn't stupid, but he was so attentive, so loving, so perfect. It was hard to doubt him. And when he proposed 6 months later, she said yes. No introduction, no family, just a quiet nikah at home with close friends as a witness. He insisted on keeping it private until he settled some inheritance issues. She agreed, and so they finally lived like that, married but only at night. Zarah never saw him at dawn. By 4:30 a.m. in the morning, he would kiss her forehead and leave, always before the call to prayer. One morning, curiosity burned stronger than sense. Zarah decided to surprise him. He had mentioned staying the night at a friend's place in a quiet area near Ebute Metta. She found the location he once entered into her boat app. Dressed in a simple abaya, she took a cab and arrived around 6 a.m. in the morning. What she found was an abandoned house, not old or damaged, but vacant, dusty, covered in spider webs and silence. No lights, no car. She stood there, heart pounding. Her calls to Kamal rang out into the dead morning. She walked around, found a neighbor and asked about the house. The man looked at her and blinked.
You saw someone enter this place?
He asked. Yes, my husband. Madam, he said slowly.
Nobody has lived here for 8 years. The man who used to stay there, he had died in an accident. I remember. Kamal, very fine man, rich too.
Zarah ran. She returned home, shaking, crying, denying everything. She tested Kamal, no reply. She prayed, slept with the lights on. For days, there was silence. Then, one night, he returned. His knock was soft like always. He walked in with the same smile. She screamed at him. You are not real, she shouted. Who are you? What are you? He stood there, calm, almost sad.
I am Kamal. I loved you, and I still do.
And she asked him, Are you dead? He nodded.
5 years ago, a car crashed in Ilupeju. I was on my way to propose to someone else, but I died before I could. My soul wandered until I saw you.
Zarah backed away, horrified. You married me knowing all this? You deceived me. I never meant to hurt you. But your prayers, your spirit, it gave me peace. Being near you was the only thing that made me feel human again, Kamal said. Tears poured down Zarah's cheeks. You can't stay. And he replied, I know, and I won't. He took a ring from his finger, the same one he had placed on hers, and whispered something into it. The ring turned to ash. His body began to fade. I loved you, Zarah. I still do. But love must be alive, to grow. With those final words, Kamal disappeared, and the room fell cold. Zarah didn't tell anyone what happened, but she moved, changed numbers, started again. It took her months to accept that what she felt had been real, yet unreal. Eventually she healed. She met a kind man through work, a real one who stayed until morning, one who laughed loudly and didn't disappear into air. When he proposed, she asked him one question. Will you still love me in daylight? He smiled and said, that's when I'll love you even more. The moral lesson of this story is, love is beautiful, but trust your instincts. Don't ignore red flags, no matter how romantic the package. If someone only loves you in the dark, they might not belong in your light. Real love shows up in the morning. Choose partners who walk with you in full view, not just in shadows. Another moral lesson is that spiritual awareness matters. Not every presence in your life is physical. Stay prayerful. Thank you so much for watching the story. If my story inspired you, please don't forget to like, drop a lovely comment, and subscribe for more lessons and stories that will move you. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell so you can be the first to get notified when I post a new story. Until next time.